Hi, Jessica. I've been wanting to tell you about something interesting. Neural networks. They're probably one of the most complex programs that exist right now.
Hi, Liam. Yes, I've heard something about them, but I don't really understand how they work. Can you explain?
Of course. Look, a neural network is a system that learns to recognize different patterns in the data it receives. For example, it can learn to recognize images, texts, generate program code, or answer questions.
Wow, and how does it do that?
It happens thanks to a structure similar to the human brain. A neural network has neurons, mathematical models that are structured like brain cells. These neurons are connected to each other and pass information through the network.
Neurons? Like in the brain? So it's kind of like cells that process data, right?
Exactly. Each neuron takes in information, performs calculations according to its formula, and then passes the result along. Think of a neuron as a computational unit that handles its little piece of work.
Interesting. So, how is the neural network itself organized? There's not just one neuron, right?
That's right. A neural network consists of several layers of neurons. The simplest network has only one layer of neurons, but more complex ones have several. Each layer performs its own task. For example, one layer might recognize patterns, while another transforms data.
So, the information passes through several layers?
Yes, exactly. It all starts with the input layer. That's the first layer where the information comes in. For example, an image or text. This layer opens the door for the data and passes it on.
And then what happens?
Next, the information passes through the intermediate layers. They're called hidden layers. These are the layers where the main data processing happens. Here, the neural network processes and analyzes the information. Neurons pass data from one layer to another, and with each step, the result gets more precise.
Interesting. But how do the neurons know exactly how to pass the data?
For that, there are connections between neurons, called synapses. Each synapse has its own weights, numerical coefficients. These weights, in turn, determine how strongly each neuron affects the result. When the neural network first starts, the weights are set randomly, but with each layer they are adjusted to make the result as accurate as possible.
So, every time the data passes through the neurons, the synapse weights change?
Exactly. During the process of information processing, the weights change, and the network adapts to solve the task more efficiently.
And how does the neural network finally give an answer?
It gives the answer at the output layer. For example, if the task is to recognize an image, the network might determine this is a cat or this is not a cat. It's in the last layer that it provides the final decision.
I see. So, the more complex the neural network, the more accurate and smarter it is, right?
Yes, exactly. What's more, the neural network constantly learns to give more accurate results. And this learning process never ends. The network keeps developing and adapting, improving its performance each time.
How interesting. So, you can teach neural networks anything?
Practically, different learning algorithms are used for that. The more data and experience it has, the better it handles tasks. But we'll talk more about that next time.
Thanks, now a lot of things are clearer.